The presentation topic is microwave tubes. As we know that when we try to operate low frequency devices at microwave frequency, then we find that there are certain drawbacks take place. First important drawback, that is lead inductance effect, and second was that inter-electrode capacitance effect, and third, that was the transit time effect, and fourth, that is the gain bandwidth limitation. To find out the advantage of microwave tubes which is operated at microwave frequency, we try to eliminate the drawback, such as the important drawback was transit time effect. Transit time effect. We found that at low frequency transit time effect, that is it is very negligible, but when we try to operate low frequency devices at microwave frequency, then we find that there will be a significant amount of transit time take place. Then the effect of transit time on the device, that was the output. Our output will become very sluggish in compared to the input. Then we try to remove the transit time effect, but we found that it cannot be eliminated perfectly, because to eliminate transit time effect, there is requirement to accelerate electron from cathode with a very high speed, as transit time is defined as that is nothing, it is time taken by electron that is emitted from cathode to electrode. Then next was gain bandwidth limitation. At low frequency we found that gain bandwidth product, that is constant, but when we operate devices at microwave frequency, then we find that such condition will not remain constant, because we have to require high gain and also high bandwidth at microwave frequency. Then we use some devices who eliminate such type of effect, that is known as reentrant cavities. Reentrant cavities, that is nothing, it is a resonant circuit operated at microwave frequency. By using reentrant cavity, we reached at a level that we can accommodate a device which give the high gain and also correspond to a high bandwidth. Now the basic working principle of microwave tubes, that is nothing, it takes potential energy from DC source and convert that potential energy in the form of kinetic energy, that is given to in the form of sinusoidal signal, that is taken from output terminal. And to convert potential energy in the form of kinetic energy that give the high amount of power, that depend upon particular two parameter. First is velocity modulation, and second is that is current modulation. Velocity modulation, that is nothing, it takes when electron emitted from cathode by giving a high DC potential, then we find that they are accelerated, emitted from cathode with a constant velocity, but after applying a certain electric field, we found that some electron will be accelerated, some electron will be deaccelerated, and some electron will move this previous constant velocity. Then what will be happen? After a certain time, all electrons will be bunched together. Then after bunching, the bunching purpose, that is nothing, it generate whole individual kinetic energy of all electron, that is will be in the form of whole sum of all electrons kinetic energy, that will be give the output in the form of a huge oscillation. And second parameter, that is very important, that is the current modulation. Current modulation, that is nothing, when all bunch electron will reach up to the collector side, then they will be lose their kinetic energy in the form of a huge oscillation.
Why in the form of huge oscillation? Because after bunching, all electron vary cyclically with the time, then they will be lose their energy in the form of a huge output signal, that is the alternating signal. Now on the basis of velocity modulation and current modulation, microtubes are classified in the 4 part. The next is that is classification of microwave tubes. On the basis of velocity modulation and current modulation, we classify microwave tubes in the 4 part. First is Klystron amplifier. Second is Klystron oscillator, that is also known as reflex klystron. And third, that is traveling wave tube amplifier. Traveling wave tube amplifier, that is TWT. And next, fourth, that is magnetron oscillator. This is the classification of microwave tube. Now we discuss the basic principle of operation of Klystron amplifier, and also we discuss how its bunching mechanism take place and what is its performance characteristic and its application. If we see the schematic diagram of Klystron tube, then we find that it is constructed with the help of buncher cavity and catcher cavity. Means there is used of 2 type of cavity. First is known as buncher cavity and second is known as catcher cavity. Buncher cavity is also known as input cavity, and catcher cavity, that is also known as output cavity. And there is a cathode, and cathode is connected to a high DC potential V0, and its positive potential that is connected to a collector side, because after losing the energy of electron, our objective to collect the all electrons. Now basic principle of operation of Klystron amplifier. First we apply the input signal because it is an amplifier. Then when we apply sinusoidal input signal and our objective to amplify this input signal, then what will be happen? When we apply the input signal, then that input signal create an electromagnetic field in the gap of buncher cavity. Now when it created the electric field in the gap of buncher cavity, then what will be happen? Since we apply the negative potential to the cathode, then all electron will be emitted with a constant velocity. That velocity is given by V0 is equal to under root 2 EV by M, where this capital V0, that is nothing, it is applied DC potential. Then all electrons which are moving with a constant potential, they reach to the gap A, and when they reach to the gap A, they found that they face the applied electric field, and when they face the applied electric field, then there will be the 3 cases. In the first case, when all electrons face positive half cycle of applied field, then their speed will be accelerated, and when all electrons face negative half cycle, then their speed will be decelerated. And some electron they face to the zero applied electric field, then their speed will be remain constant. Then after reaching to the gap A, we find that their speed will be dispersed, means some electron will be accelerated, some electron will be decelerated, and some electron will be moving with their previous velocity. Now after crossing the gap A, all electron enter in the drift space. When they will be enter in drift space, since all electron have different velocity, then it is the there is a certain chance that some electron will be bunched together at certain time and distance. When all electron bunch together then they will move with a constant speed that is known as Vt1. All bunch electron move with a constant speed Vt1 in the drift space, and density of these electron is also varying with respect to time. They vary cyclically with respect to time, and after crossing the drift space they will enter into the gap A. Since density of electron is varying with respect to time, then in gap A all electrons lose their kinetic energy in the form of huge oscillation, and when they lose their kinetic energy in the form of huge oscillation, then that will be taken out from the catcher cavity output terminal, and after losing their kinetic energy all electron will be collected at the collector. Now here question is, what is the object to bunch the electron? What is the purpose of to bunch all electron after applying a certain field? Then I want to describe this question, answer of this question, by giving a certain analogy. Suppose there is a wall and we want to fall down such wall by pushing or by applying some energy. Then we send one person go and push the wall, and you have to fall down this wall, but I found that that person is unable to fall down that wall. Why? Because they have not sufficient energy. Then we sent two person and told them go and by making push the wall so that it can be completely fall down, but again we found that wall cannot be fall down. Then we increase the number of person, but we found that wall is not fall down. Then we increase a large number of person and sent together and told them go and push the wall so that it can be completely fall down. Then we found that now at this time wall is completely collapsed by pushing. Then this means why wall is completely collapsed? Because behind this there is a concept that we try to make sum up of energy of all person so that they apply this all sum up energy with together so that wall will be completely fall down. Same concept is applied here. Since electron is moving individually with its individual velocity and their kinetic energy is a certain amount, and after gap when all electrons move with different velocity and their kinetic energy is also different, if we apply a certain mechanism and we are able to combine all electrons energy, then we find that all electron energy that will be very much sufficient to create a big huge oscillation. Yeah. This is the basic principle of operation of microwave tubes, and this is the applicate diagram. Applicate diagram of Klystron tube. By this diagram we can explain, we can understand actual mechanism of bunching. Here we find that is the reference electron, this is the late electron, and this is the early electron. Reference electron that face no any applied potential, applied electric field, and here late electron that will be face maximum positive potential. Here ideal electron that face the maximum negative potential. When electron face positive potential, then we find that its speed will be accelerated. Suppose its speed is v1, then its speed will be greater than reference electron speed, that is v0. And in negative half cycle, those electrons who face the negative half cycle, then we find that its speed will be decelerated. And when its speed will be decelerated, suppose that is v2, then v2 will be less than v0, where v0 that is the speed of reference electron. Then here we can observe that the electron which has the maximum velocity, their transit time is small, and the reference electron has the transit time Te, and late electron which has the large transit time. If you compare transit time of both these three types of electron, then we find that the electron which speeds are deaccelerated, they are required a large transit time to reach the catcher cavity, and those transit electron who face the maximum applied potential, applied electric field, their speed will be increases, and they have required the less time to make the bunch to each other. Since all electrons have different velocity, then it is guaranteed that after a certain time, after a certain distance, they will meet together, and when they will meet together, they will be moved with a constant speed, that is Vt1. After bunching, after meeting together, they will move with the V2n in the drift space. Since there is no any electric field, there is no any effect of electric field in drift space, hence there will be no chance to change the speed of electron. Hence all electron after bunching, they will be moved with a constant velocity and reach to the catcher cavity, that is output cavity. And also, since at bunching take place at different time and also vary with respect to time, then all electrons which are bunched together, they will be vary with respect to time, and at the gap B, they will be lose their kinetic energy in the form of Hughes oscillation. This is basic principle of operation of Klystron tube. Next is performance characteristic of Klystron tubes. Performance characteristic. Performance characteristic, if we consider the performance characteristic of microwave tube, that is nothing, Klystron tube, that is a particular amplifier, then we find that first parameter, that is power gain, that is about approximately 30 dB, and second parameter, that is power. If we consider power of Klystron amplifier, then we find that there are two types of power. First, 500 kilowatt CW power at 1 gigahertz, and 30 megawatt power, that is pulse power at 10 gigahertz. At 10 gigahertz. And next parameter that is very important, that is efficiency. Its efficiency is that is 30%. Since its efficiency is very low, then if you want to increase the efficiency of Klystron amplifier, then you have to require to increase the number of cavity, intermediate cavity. If you insert one or two more cavity between buncher and catcher cavity, then we increase the efficiency of Klystron amplifier. Next, that is application. First important application, microwave amplifier that is used in TV transmitter that is operated in UHF, ultra high frequency. Second, radar transmitter, and third, that is satellite communication, ground based radar system. So these are the application of Klystron amplifier.
and these are performance characteristic of Keystone amplifier. And here that is very important application in radar transmitter, because in radar transmitter, in the case of radar system, our objective to transmit the high amount of power to a long distance. So there is requirement of high power that is operated at high frequency, and also that is possible with the help of high gain. Hence that is very useful in the case of radar transmitter, and also that is also very useful in the satellite communication ground based station. Ground based system.